切り裂く光赤く螺旋を抱いて待ち焦がれた無限飲み込まれて契約の地懐かしい闇よ崩れ触ってそして火と隣で約束した戦いのその先を巡る因果に消えない罰も巡り来たるよみがえる時が切り裂く光赤く終われない命ほどけない草に無数の世界食らいつく影連れて輪廻の終わりへ迫り来る夜果てるまでだからこのまま
All right, hello everyone. This is Jaxus, joined by Chari, and we're going to be
Hello.
doing the Undernight Kickstart League matches tonight. This one's going to be a little bit different. We're starting off with Jacob's 3 matches, which were recorded yesterday. Unfortunately, they weren't available tonight schedule-wise, but hey, what can you do? Luckily, we got them all recorded, so we'll be playing them here for you. And starting off strong, we've got Jacob up against Holdback to Bart. This is going to be Nanase versus Hilda. One of these characters really wants to get in and put you in the blender, and the other one really wants to stay out and put you in the blender. So,
Yep. One
pretty good
thing about Undernight is that even the zoners have blenders.
Honestly, it feels like especially the zoners have blenders half the time. But, oh, and a quick first round from Holdback to Bart. I will say, Hilda is definitely one of those characters that if you're not ready for her, she's like extra brutal.
Yeah. So, like, if neither player has knowledge, Hilda can just run her stuff.
Yep. And oh, wow, what a favorable trade for Holdback there. Get the corner position out of it and everything.
Whiffs the overhead,
Drop.
change shifts to check positioning.
Yeah, that was kind of an awkward one though, for sure. Cause like, how do you anti-air at that angle? Can you pick up off the
Bloom.
wheel?
Yeah, Bloom having tracking. And here comes Roomba, as he likes to call it.
Oh! Well, the room was gonna have to sweep up the corpse because it didn't get there in time. Game 1, Holdback to Bark, looking real strong in that. Okay, real quick though, while this is going, for anyone who's just tuning in, this is the Undernight 2 Kickstart League. This is a new player league in a crew battle format. See up at the top, there's the little numbers by the scoreboard. You'll see that it is currently 1 and a +1 above that. Each game you take gives your team 1 point, and at the end of the day, it all just comes down to how many points you have, determines where you place in the ladder. Eventually we'll get to the elimination part, but that's not until we hit finals, so that's in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to the match.
Yeah, each game you take is worth 1 point. Yeah, and the way the league's structured, even the players, you know, the rookie players, if they take a game off mid or high, or the captain, they can, you know, make up a lot of ground.
Huge swing when that happens. Oh man, speaking of which, big swing into the corner there, and yeah, gets the change shift, but doesn't have meter for reversal. Definitely one of Hilda's weaknesses.
Good patience from Jacob there.
Oh man, okay, whips the move, but still manages to get out. That said, that 2-2-C from Hilda seems incredibly strong. You see the Nanase go for the air fireball because you have to jump first. And just, oh, it's time. Gets cracked open by the 5C, but drops it.
It's
Wow, that's still cracked fast enough. How fast is that move?
2-2-C, it's fairly fast.
Like, I know it's fast, I just didn't think it would catch Nanase EX far fast. Maybe that takes a little bit longer to start moving. Anyways, hold back here. Oh. Okay. I think we're back to normal. But, hold back here, has the pressure. Jacob's doing a really good job of actually blocking those pins. That's one of those things that I was talking about earlier, where if you're not super familiar with Hilda,
Like,
has a negative edge overhead that she can drop at any point, which she gets a
I know
solid reward off of.
Holdback's
Being able to
been
block
doing
that
just
on reaction is
like
really good.
has been setting the bloom pins towards themselves rather than straight down to prevent any aggression.
Under it. And yeah, that 2-2-C is the most valuable move of that set for sure. That came in super clutch for holdback. Alright though, so holdback to Bart starting off strong for her team. But once again, we are just going to be running the Jacob Gauntlet back to back to back. So next up, we have them against Churro. Kaguya, one of the characters who, at the start, we had a lot of them. I think we have either 2 or 3 left, if I'm forgetting someone. But one of the newer characters for Uni 2, so a bit less explored than some of the other characters, and also less likely to know what to do against her.
Yeah, Jacob's decided like what they need to do is just offense.
Yeah, that said, Churro's blocks has been very good up until that weird cross-up, which, like, oh, fair enough. The defense is very strong, but yeah, you gotta find a way out of it, even in Under Night, where you get rewarded for blocking. I think that was mine. Oh, big
Good.
starter. Yep.
I don't think that was even a reversal. I think it was just a button.
Yep, nope, that's 4B. That's her anti-air.
Oh, I guess not say.
The only invuln that she has is on her EX moves.
Oh, gets opened up by low. And
like, Churro's defense is really strong. You know, blocking the overheads and all this, but just letting Jacob kind of wail away on their shield.
Well, it's not even a shield. Like, if you went for shield and got some push block, that might get Churro out.
It would also certainly get them more grid, but
Yeah, like,
yeah, the offensive pressure there is just very strong, and it looks like Churro doesn't know when to mash out and is too scared, because you know, you're gambling a lot on getting counter hit. But we'll see. I assume that pause was a little bit of talking with the team, so maybe they got some of that advice.
yeah, like there are some ways out of it. You know, finding a hole to press the button. There's also creeping edge, the universal roll.
Definitely not something we've seen getting used a whole lot this league.
Except for Dre.
True. Yeah, he does love it.
Yeah.
Oh, we got the conversion. Couldn't quite make too much out of it. Yeah, getting 236B, where I assume that's supposed to be either VVP or 236A, since you can combo off of either one. Oh. And I think that's probably, no, not quite the round, just a little drop.
But it gets opened up by an overhead.
Yep. Quick overhead, and that is the thing, like, if you're focused on just defense, you can probably block things out. If you're trying to look for somewhere to mash out, though, that gets a bit harder. Alright, that said, sure, we're getting a lot more good hits in this time. Just not quite converting them into, like, knockdowns, which is letting Jacob get back in and start running theirs.
Yeah.
I want to say, especially having the super strong knockdowns covered by projectiles.
That's one thing is like, in this game, like, if you get hit, you need to convert at least into a knockdown to make your hits actually threatening.
Oh, and infinite worth? Kill him with the Rasengan, yep. And yeah, no, getting 2 knockdown is so important. In like most games, but especially this one with the way conversion ability works. But alright though, going into the last of the Jacob matches, and it is currently dead even. Yuzu versus Nanase. I Honestly, I'm not sure I've ever seen this matchup.
User can zone with those big IA slashes, but
So far, yeah, that's exactly what Skeleton's doing. Just teleporting away whenever Namaste starts getting close. Oh, wow.
Can't do that forever. Got hit by the sword car.
Alright, we'll see how Skeleton's defense lines up against this Namaste pressure compared to Churro. Oh, man. Skeleton is a player who I normally think of as that person who just, like, doesn't drop combos. It looks like we've gotten two particularly weird hits so far, but yeah, there's the conversion I'm expecting.
Like, they've been doing those just as zoning hits, not expecting to, like, not ready to continue. Just like checking space and not. Oh, that check space was good enough.
What do I do again? Yeah, that said, like, Jacob was in a pretty good spot to start, but as soon as Skeleton started, like, getting offense going, Jacob hasn't had, like, space to breathe at all. Granted, I don't know if you want space in this matchup against User, but committed to the mash out, but didn't actually confirm into the combo afterwards. When you're risking your life like that, you gotta be sure, or at least dial it in afterwards. If you get stuck, you're dead anyway.
It's not necessarily space, but you just need time to press button.
Okay, after a strong start from Jacob, that was a pretty dominating game from Skeleton.
We'll see if there's any adaptation. It's hit by the cross and teleport.
Teleport's behind you, moment. Oh, good match out though.
Drops the.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate too, especially like even more so than most characters.
Catches Skeleton landing off of the. Skeleton was in a sense there, got in an awkward position, but Skeleton's offense started and got in.
Okay. I did not expect that move to be safe. I don't know. For all I know, that move is like double digit plus or something.
It may be like range dependent plus.
Yeah, that does make sense. Oh, we got the Infinite Worth coming up, I bet. And yeah, Yuzu's is massive, so I'm sure that hits. Doesn't quite kill though. Jacob does have a chance here.
Too much scaling.
Could at least play for grid. As chain shift, are they going to use it? Are they going to get this chance? Yeah, not looking for it. Alright, so potentially the final round of these pre-live sets.
Alright.
Up to Jacob to see if they can steal at least 1 point out of this minimum. Maybe a set, but this is looking real good for Skeleton.
Right. And Jacob's trying to get back into it, but gets clipped. Drops the conversion, which...
That's a good pickup there, but yeah, it looked a little bit awkward because you have to move past them and then back. In that weird half-corner position, the ball bounce changes stuff.
Too close in the slide, making it punishable, and this should be a kill.
Yeah, and that will definitely wrap it up for Empire Skeleton, putting Team Long Live the Night ahead 4-2. Not a huge lead, but still one definitely.
Alright, and let me...
Alright though, so that is the end of our pre-recorded sets. So we're going to go ahead and I believe the first match we're going to have is the return of an entire Skeleton here up against Rostbrack. Also, Chari, you can go ahead and stop the Discord stream. I'll watch from in-game now.
Alright, I'll just have to... Alright, so... Nope, I'm in the wrong thing. Go ahead and tell him to start.
I think, yeah, I think Living Shadow already did. We're just waiting for them to actually queue up. But this should be an interesting one. These are both definitely both strong players and strong characters, and a matchup that I haven't seen too much. Carmine's going to be, I guess, yeah, the aggressor here. He can normally, like, sort of zone. Like, not really zoning, but he controls space well with the blood puddles and stuff. I don't know how well that's going to work against, you know, full screen slashes and teleports, though.
Oh, I need to get that button off screen.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Toggle control guide and all that. Okay, though, Skeleton takes the first advantage, and is currently winning the Vorpal cycle. Yeah, it's probably going to take... No, had to use force function for the conversion. I am looking at things wrong. Stole the cycle with the conversion. Never mind.
Rosbreak on defense here.
Good
Tech
throw tech, though.
Yeah. This game throw tech gives you plus frames.
Yep, yeah, that is super important. For anyone who doesn't know, you are not just a little bit plus, you are plus 8 if you tech a throw. So you got plenty of time to press something.
It's plus 8, but they can still block.
True, yeah. Plus 8 non-combo.
Weird clip from the...
Something that I noticed while playing Skeleton in my set last week, I think it was. They're one of the few people who uses Grid Thrust regularly, the guard cancel attack. Which makes sense because Yuzu only has metered reversals, and from what I understand, it's not
Yep. We have Skeleton's starting offense, getting a hit, and not a good conversion, but a wild reversal gets punished heavily.
Yeah, that's also the thing about Carmine, is he has 2 reversals, so that was good recognition from Skeleton, because one of them is a throw, so you can't block it. And that's the real reversal, because the other one technically trades.
Okay, I think it had drop set.
Yeah, that was a great snipe. Also, if I'm Frostback in this situation, I am just mashing chain shift to at least get the meter for next round, but still has 100 going in. Not too shabby.
Yeah, that when trap set, that it becomes negative edge release, so Rosberg had to have the whole button held the whole entire time.
Yep. Yeah, both of these characters actually have something sort of like that. Usually it isn't quite negative edge, but you have to hold and swap which button you're holding, stay in stance, and all that sort of stuff.
Gun has
Misses Frostcat. And yeah, gets reversaled into the corner.
Takes some damage.
Yeah, let's see if Frostbite can stall out the Veil off. Can't quite, and mashes! Oh no! Okay, Skeleton taking game 1.
Alright. So, Rosbreak getting back into it immediately.
Yeah, probably a little bit of like, ah, man, I had that, or at least, you know, had the situation to be able to convert after one more mix-up.
Both players backing off and trading. Skeleton getting a good opening, taking a huge chunk of damage. And
has Vorpal now too for even higher damage, and chain shift always strong, of course.
Oh, not a full conversion there from Skeleton, which gives Rosbreak a chance.
Pretty awkward hit. Also, something important to note is when you see, wow, what a good match. When you see Carmine do that like rounded spike move, I don't know if it's all versions or just most, but it is plus. So you can cancel your overhead into a plus move, and that's pretty good. And I think that the plus move also sets a puddle.
Yeah. All of Carmine's like projectiles drain a little bit of health, but like when you're at low health, since it can't kill, a lot of Carmine's just go wild once they're in orange. It's like, I want to hit, just give everything.
Yeah, may as well. Oh, this limiter? It's gone. I just have to not be wrong anymore. Oh, speaking of which, though, normally a great match out. Carmine 2C does tend to crush a lot of like assaults and stuff, but not the Yuzu teleport. Oh, one more hit would have done it there, but we're giving Rosbrack one last chance to be able to pull something off. See what happens. We're gonna see. Okay, and yeah, just the frame trap stagger. Skeleton will take the set here. We're gonna move on to Holdback versus Pepsicle.
Right. Yep. This.
Waiting for everyone to get back
Wait,
into
I
the room.
thought I was out of this.
Oh, you have to hit it a second time to lock spectate.
Yeah.
There you go.
It was the right character,
Alright,
apparently.
Also, while we're waiting, don't forget to go do the matcherino. If you see the little number at the bottom of the screen once we're in match, you'll see that we have a little bit of a prize pool, but you can add to it for free, and that is the prize for the league. Type exclamation point matcherino in chat. Anyways, we got Byakuya versus Hilda. I'm going to defer to you on a lot of Byakuya stuff, because you're the one who definitely knows the character better.
At this
As far as Hilda, I've been labbing against that one a decent bit.
like, Byakuya has a lot of like good mobility in the air, but like doesn't have, you know, kind of a mid-range stagger pressure monster.
Definitely. And then, yeah, of course, he knocks you down, sets the webs, does spider things at you.
Like that. Excuse me. Like doing the command jump off the web to set ground web, like that can be helpful, but it is kind of dangerous to do.
Oh man, yeah, I guess that just catches if you neutral jump. Because I doubt you can air shield it. Though that is something to test for sure. Because that seems like something that comes up a lot.
Pepsicle tried to run in, but Holdback had a button out.
Oh, good block on the charge 5C overhead though. Unfortunately not recognizing that that super is in fact a low though.
Yeah.
It is one of the strange things about Uni compared to
trade.
like, the games that I normally play, is supers actually having like overhead or low properties. And a great whiff punish with the dive kick means Holdback taking that one pretty convincingly, that second round especially.
Pepsicle got a trade off the overhead charge move, but that's not good because the overhead has a crumple knockdown.
Yeah, it's super close on hit. But okay, we saw some good stuff from Pepsicle throughout that. Just a question of if they can convert it a little bit further and stop getting caught by some of the other little knowledge checks, like the super being a low, for example.
And just how do you like Flying Fight, you really need to like dash block. Like you have dash C as a long range option, but that's kind of slow against Hilda. I'm not sure that's going to be helpful.
Yeah, and that one was a perfect. Holdback choosing to just stay way back to try and dominate the mid-range, and it was working out well there. It looked like Pepsicle was having some issues with the dash block inputs, and Hilda, not a good character to have to deal with that against.
Force function overhead.
So the buttons cover so much space. Saw you jump. Alright, it's time to 5C.
Doing a repeat.
Oh wow, what a great change shift there.
Trying
Would have kept them safe even
like that force function is an overhead, but it's not very strong unless you can chain shift to combo off of it.
Oh no, and no tech here. Good guess for game, and
Gets
yeah,
hit by the overhead
that much
projectile.
pressure, it's really easy to miss the startup. Hold back to Bark. Kind of dominating once again, and this is starting to look kind of dire points-wise. That said, the match order here is a little bit weird because of the pre-recorded sets, so there's going to be a little bit of weirdness.
Wait.
Won't know the final score until the end, of course. This one we've got Rosbrack, who is definitely one of the strongest players on their team, up against Churro, who we saw had some like really good defense and stuff, and I'm curious to see how that'll stack up against Carmine. But wasn't really sure where to poke out or how to alert fully. That said, there's a good opening.
Yeah, I guess one way to do it is like if you poke first, you don't have to defend.
True. Oh, gets caught by that overhead. It's not that it's like hard to react to, it's hard to remember that it's an overhead, I feel like.
And also probably hard to like not go for that the apparent opening.
Yep. Ooh, and yeah, as soon as Rosbrak managed to get on offense that last round, that was kind of curtains.
Drop set.
And now it's even stronger offense. You got the puddle, you got the corner, you got the meter, you now got Vorpal. This is looking rough for Churro, but Rosbrak taking great advantage of this. Oh, good block on the overhead.
Gets
Yeah,
the low.
the plus frame low right after the overhead. Gotta make sure that you block it. And if I remember right, don't quote me on this, but I think if you do low shield the spike, then he's no longer plus. But then you're, risking him just doing overhead into nothing and then good breaking you. So that's kind of the trade-off.
Rosbrak getting some offense started here. Hits with the yellow crane, the gold crane grab.
Yep, that's the first one of those we've seen come out from Rosbrak.
Actually, no, I think that's just a
I feel like
normal
that's
grab.
one of those first one's free kind of deals.
Yeah, I think the Carmine's grand grab is only super.
I think so, yeah. Specifically, I think that one is 5 EDB. It's for combos because it gives you some health back. But, I mean, if your opponent's not ready for there to just randomly be a gold throw in the middle of his 5Ds, then, they won't be ready for second. Also, blows up shield defense.
Rosbrak gets cross up, but nothing out of it.
And it looks like Rosbrak kind of smelled blood in the water.
It's like,
pun not intended, sorry. But with the gold throw setup on 5BB, yeah, there it is.
You
Goes
have
for
to
it
take
again.
it.
Gets back to full health.
and trying to match, but getting caught.
Oh my gosh, okay, yeah.
You're away from your mic.
Up there, but this is... Oh, and ends it with the grab, too.
Yeah. You dropped your mic at some point there.
Oh, sorry. Is it coming back there now?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I know that my speaker is turned off. I thought the mic was fine, but I wonder if it messed with something. Anyways, it should be all good now. So we're going on to an entire skeleton versus Pepsicle. This is going to be Yuzu versus Byakuya. Remind me... So we've got Pepsicle on Byakuya, and I am blanking on who...
Ash?
Oh, I'm like, wait, who's the other Byakuya in the lobby? It's you. Duh.
Hi.
Never mind. And be like, wait, are we gonna see the mirror? But
Probably
okay, so
not
we got
today.
Byakuya here. Can you... How do Byakuya's nets work? Like, how does hitting them away once they're set work?
Just
You have to be
You
close
can
to
poke
them?
them. Like, you can poke them, block them. Or you can't Byakuya.
Okay. But okay, so even when they're, like, invisible, you can still hit them?
Yeah.
Okay,
The
cool.
invisible is just fancy effect.
Sure. Then it's probably pretty hard to keep any defensive webs up against this character. Quick Bato slashes. Oh my god. Yeah, great conversion, has the corner. Like Pepsicle's getting a little bit antsy on defense, which fair enough against this sort of
There's one
damage and
thing.
pressure.
A lot of times webs will take an attack for you if they're trying to like slash through them.
Oh, sure, okay.
So it isn't. So just attacking them isn't always safe.
Gotcha.
Particularly,
Wow, what strong corner carry there on that combo.
like Pepsicle loves that like web jump, ground web set. Like but that's very punishable if your opponent sees it.
Sure, yeah, that
Like-
makes sense. Oh, but still gets caught by that one. Unfortunately, not able to fully convert off of it.
Skeleton waiting for the Rekka to stop. After Rekka 2, it's fairly minor. Like,
Yeah, Rekka 2 pretty minus. You have the threat of Rekka 3, but then if that one gets blocked, then you're really out of luck.
yeah, you have the threat of Rekka 3. The other thing is you can cancel out Rekka into web, which is generally how you make them kinda safe.
Hey, okay, we have now seen our first roll of the night.
I think that
Quite
was
worked out. Ash choosing to just be very patient one round started.
yeah, I think was probably expecting an IS like Slice trying to go through it.
Yeah, I feel like it probably is pretty good against most like round start spacing type options. But alright, we're gonna get straight into the infinite worth and seal it with a perfect in this first round of game 2.
Not sure if it's worth spending the meter there, but
Hey, I mean, if it's the combo that you have reliably in your hands, that is the thing that matters, right?
web ground was place gives Skeleton an opening to punish.
Alright, and also, look at this meter, already up to 166. And I think that this is going to be another one of those Veil Off Infinite Worth combos, but there's a drop! Yep, alright, no perfect for Ash at the very least.
Alright,
And Pepsicle able to get started, set some webs, has the meter.
make good use of the web jump setups.
Unfortunately, wasn't quite able to push their turn super far, and yeah, gets mashed out from defense. Usually not having the strongest defensive options, but definitely still has some pretty good buttons to mash, especially at kind of awkward ranges. And alright. It is looking pretty dire for Bloodbound Breeze at the moment, but we've still got some more sets coming up. Speaking of which, I believe we have, Hold Back and Rosfrag coming up next. This is the Battle of the Captains between these two teams, I believe.
Yes, the captains, we already did the mids earlier.
So I do believe that with that, it does mean that there's only this set and one more left
So
in this
that,
KSL match.
that means the match is decided, but you can still win points. But Bloodbound Breeze can still win points to get better seeding.
Yep, and yeah, that is upside of the ladder portion. This is a new player league. The whole point is to learn. So get a little bit of free space to test around with things. No eliminations until we hit finals. And every point matters no matter where. Oh no, actually manages to corner himself. Crosscrack hit by the Veil Off into Hilda definitely has the best situation like this. And the double charge 5C overhead. Wow, but blocks the actual like instant overhead fuzzy one.
Using the pedal to challenge. Teleports into the corner
walks
and
into the corner.
yeah, speaking of putting yourself in corner,
Yeah.
Trap
Oh my god.
should be-
All right. Hilda does have chain shift here, but
oh, that's a full screen low. Chain shift for more pressure.
at minimum gets the meter here.
Just there.
Yep.
Gets
Yep.
the
The
command
5
grab.
ZBB. I'm telling you, first one's free, and that can be really important in clutch situations like that.
Blocking the overhead and the low.
Yeah, we've seen some good defense come out of both of these players. Both of them have the hard to react to charge 5 or 6, and most of them have been blocked from both sides. It's like Rosberg's not super sure how to advance into this wall of hitboxes, though. Oh, he gets
Not like
just
that.
barely by the chin.
Was underneath the laser and gets a punish.
Yeah, but I think that because of how awkward the spacing on that PC starter was, I think that they were just a little bit too far to actually get the knockdown at the end. Oh my gosh, he
jumps a solid round start and gets in.
Yeah, no, that... I'm used to trying to assault over a button and just getting cooked by that, so I had my brain blown out by the jump assault working. Big conversion here from Rosbrak.
That's good damage.
I think that if they know chain shift IWEC, or sorry, yeah,
they did have chain shift.
IWEC combo, it would have killed, but...
Yeah, hold back had chain shift at the time.
Okay, yeah, that is the problem with first one's free, is only the first one's free. That said, Rosbrak still manages to clutch it out at the end. Oh. And we... Oh.
Alright, well,
I think holdback disconnected.
Oh, it's between matches, so...
Yep. Yeah, works out. I'm going to assume, knowing holdback, that this was not a rage quit. It was instead a PC port moment.
It's Uni.
Yep.
Yeah, plus
yes,
one.
There it is, plus one. We have been keeping
it was a crash.
We've been a little bit lax about keeping the actual count, but I know that we hit like 63 during the ladder before the league started, so we've had plenty of these. Okay, so holdback should be getting back in here soon. It is currently 1-0 up in Rosbrak's favor. However, that was a very competitive first game. I would not be too surprised to see this go to game 3 either way, and I couldn't really call who wins it. The defensive plays have been really good. Both characters have the charge C button overhead that is just kind of a can opener, as holdback calls it most of the time. But we saw a lot of really good blocks against them, and the situation afterwards, which is still scary from both of these.
Yeah, especially if they get the trap/Roomba set up.
Mm-hmm. True, we haven't actually seen the full setup come out from holdback yet. Right now, honestly, the main thing that I'm interested to see, like the one thing that seems like it might be a problem, is Rosbrak didn't have a great way of dash blocking in at the mid-range. Just kind of had to commit to challenges with buttons. So I wonder if he'll be able to get the dash block input down, or recognize more places to go for it, or if this is going to be holdback deciding to hold back to leave and then zone. Oh wait, never mind, we're getting a character swap. We did see her do this actually against me last week. I know that at that point I kind of got lucky because there was a lot of rust on the character, but I also know that she's been putting more time into Kuon this week. This might be a kind of Hail Mary, I don't trust the Hilda, I want to see if I can just, I don't know what this character does to victory type pick. Kuon, also one of the new characters who a lot of people don't know, and we don't have one in the league besides holdbacks here.
Yeah.
Rosbrak is doing a pretty good job of very patiently dash blocking it.
Gets shielded.
Good dash throw though.
Tried to do another dash block. Blocks the float. Not a good punish, but getting pressure started.
Ooh, and gets the corner set up.
Kuon does have a flash kick.
Oh, just goes low but doesn't quite confirm off of it. Still gets some health back, both in the orange. I don't know what that was, but it wasn't invincible.
Rosbrak being patient. Probably want to maintain puddle.
Yeah, it does have chain shift available. If they decide to just say screw it and get meter. Oh, but no,
Or
it
just
confirms
screw it
it.
and take the round.
Alright, and this is where it gets spooky because holdback did have to go to the other character after a loss, because you are locked on your character when you win. So no matter what, he's stuck with Kuon for the rest of the set, whether it's here or next game. but it looks like Rosberg has an okay idea of how to fight this character so far. Oh, good match though.
Chain shift in order to do the reversal. That's one thing really strong is chain shift is a true freeze, so if you have a reversal, you can check for it with chain shift rather than letting it rock.
And alright, so Rosberg does take that 2-0 now. Unfortunately, it looks like the Kuon pick not working out for holdback, but still cool to see the character show up. And we are now going into the final set of this match. Not our final set of the night, though, because we do have one more coming up after this. It's going to be Fred Durst Okizeme, I believe, versus Licorice Recoil. Yep. But this is actually a set that I'm really interested to see, because we've seen some like real high points, but also some inconsistencies from both of these players. So this should be a good one. Gets the jump into the Rekka. Yeah, takes the knockdown. I don't know how well Churro is going to know what to do about the webs, though. Well, hey, you know, if you hit Byakuya, the webs do go away.
Yeah. Blocks the web set. That's an unblockable. Like that dash through is an unblockable.
Is it a grab or an unblockable?
It's an unblockable.
Okay.
Byakuya has several not actually command grabs.
Gotcha. That was so close to going either way on that jump. And, oh, okay, the EX one's also an unblockable?
Yeah, but they can be jumped. Or jumped or punched out of.
I'm guessing.
Like, but also, like, even the EX had no invincibility, even while invisible. So, so if you see that, you can just punish Byakuya for trying it.
Churro has had some very good decisions on the matchup points, but just kind of hasn't had the damage to back them up. Whereas Pepsicle has been getting caught an okay amount, but when he hits Churro, it tends to hurt a bit more. That's really unfortunate. No, tried to punish with throw. I didn't realize that that's super minus. That is a pick your starter kind of thing.
Yeah. I think that might have been trying to set super web.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too surprised. Ooh, that move is plus. Alright, if Churro can fully convert this combo, then yeah, okay. Conversions when needed. That was the point where it mattered the most. Taking it to a round 3.
Let's see, rounds. Going for the range low at round start. Round start is a bit awkward for Byakuya because they're like just out of range.
Yeah, I believe that. Oh, whoa. Okay, that was weird. It looked like the web stayed for just a split second after the laser hit, so it still took Kaguya out of the gun.
Yeah, it may have been an actual trade with the web.
Alright. So despite how much round 1 was in Pepsicle's favor, Churro actually clawing it back in that second round and then taking it pretty dominantly this time. Let's see what Pepsicle can do to adapt back. I think that the big change, besides Churro just getting further into the combos, has been that he's been going into the air more often, and it looks like, yeah, like that. It looks like Pepsicle isn't quite sure how to deal with the jump normals. Okay, yep, into the corner. Rekka, just solid knockdown.
Going Rekka, starting some pressure. Gets hit, but didn't realize it was a starter.
Getting hit.
Repeats out.
Yeah, that 6C just barely reaching though. And the web, yep, still another web. Not anymore.
Yeah. One thing is, I think Pepsicle's being a little hasty on choosing next thing. Byakuya has very long windows to cancel into the next part of the chain.
Sure. Yeah, delay cancel is definitely a big strength. It looks like the other thing that I didn't quite talk in last round is that Tro's been doing a lot more of the gun EX, and it's been hitting Pepsicle, and that move is plus, and it does a bunch of damage, and it's pretty good. It hits full screen.
Rika 3 on blocks, pretty punishable, especially since there's nothing you can do after it.
Oh my gosh, what a trade pickup.
Small hit, and partial conversion.
Alright,
Get some damage.
Still holding pretty strong for Kuro. Yeah, gun super is plus, but not fast enough to punish it.
Right.
This is looking like maybe Pepsicle. Like, it was looking pretty good for him earlier. If they can punish this, nope, kind of an awkward position for it.
Gets uses chain shift and takes the round with the.
Yeah, sometimes the correct answer is just a giant hitbox wall.
Yeah.
Kind of what we're seeing Kaguya doing, actually, just with the gun.
Churro going,
Spider.
getting anti-air. Anti-air trying to challenge Pepsicle, jumping around.
Alright, good counter poke there. I saw that the 2C whiffed. Webs everywhere, but yeah, it barely gets tagged. That does mean that they just
Steps forward, daring the gun, and gets hit by the web.
Yeah, and we're seeing kind of the swing back in the other favor. Things have been mostly coming up Pepsicle this round. That said, commentator's curse.
Takes some damage. Oh, with the...
One more hit would have done it.
So I think probably didn't mean that for it to be a dash B.
But alright, doesn't matter in the end, still manages to close it out, and we have ourselves a Game 3. Both games have gone to round 3. Hopefully this one does too. But this is going to be our final game of this set, no matter what happens. I guess unless double KO somehow, but, you know, within reason.
And we have Pepsicle starting some pressure. Gets it, gets the low end.
Yeah, the claw just knocks her straight into the web.
Hits.
Whoa, what a great anti-air there. It is kind of weird to confirm off of, especially if you're maybe not expecting to be facing to the left. But
yeah, that's the big problem with the ground website is webs take a little bit to be active.
Yep, they definitely don't cover themselves, being said.
Yeah.
If you can get them out, then they cover the next thing you do.
Yeah, so good recognition to get into the Rekka and take that round.
Alright, Pepsicle is now on set point. Something I'm actually noticing from Churro is that they're comboing into the B version of the gunshots. And unfortunately, you want to do the A version. B is really only for poking. What happened that last one was that you got the B version, and Pepsicle was able to back out and hit it.
Yeah, that last interaction, Pepsicle tried to do the web unblockable, but Churro just smashed on it.
Alright, so we're gonna see another. Oh, wow, okay, 3C. That'll do it.
Dang it.
Alright, some good damage. Gets the knockdown. Yes, more webs coming
During
out.
pressure. Only a couple Rekkas.
Churro does have Warful, and oh, okay. I saw them go for a conversion off of this earlier, yeah.
Churro trying for
One more real hit, but oh no. So this doesn't kill, but this is now anyone's game, and Pepsicle takes it. Alright. Yeah, that legitimately just came down to one hit at the very end. But we are going to have Pepsicle walk away with a W in that last one, bringing it to a much closer 8-11 than we were seeing for a decent bit of the match before. Always good to see.
Alright, so stick around. There'll be another match momentarily.
Yep, we will be back with Fred Durst Okizeme versus Licorice Recoil.